Hello, everyone. This is Jay Stank here, and um, I just wanted to take some time off from playing games to recognizing or thanking everyone because I have reached my 50 subscribers, and I'm watching a lot of other YouTube channels, and it's kind of fun to see their channel grow through their landmark sort of what do you call it, landmark videos. They'll have like a 50 subscriber special, then they have like a 300 100 subscriber special, then a 500, and it goes up from there to like, this crazy 60,000, 800,000 subscriber specials. And I just wanted to start doing that today. And in this special, I wanted to talk about um, why I decided to start this channel, and not make any promises about the future of this channel because it's still kind of uncertain. But um, maybe what I'd hope to do in the future, maybe not making any promises. I know I've made some promises I couldn't keep before, but basically I started getting interested or watching. I never watched Let's Plays until about, I must say, maybe a year or 2 years ago. Um, and the first when I first started getting into Let's Plays, before I even knew what they were, I was reading a Game Informer magazine about a game called, obviously, XCOM, and the new one coming out, the Fraxis one. And I read that article about it, and I was like, man, this is such a sweet game. And they kind of alluded to the fact in the article that, this game was based off of a different game, like, from a classic game, and I immediately shrugged it off, like, I'll never get to play that game because that game is it's an old game, and you're not gonna be able to find it, and things like this. And then I the next month, a new Game Informer came out, and they were talking about the old game and how the original game, and this is before even the XCOM 2012 came out by Fraxis. This was all in the hype stage, where people were still really really excited about the the new game coming out, and just imagining all the features and all the things that would be cool in a game. Up until then, the games that I liked has been the classic sort of games. For instance, like here, SimCity 2000 is one of those games that really stuck with me as a kid. I don't know, there's a picture of it. No, not really. The classic SimCity 2000, and before EA ripped the game to hell, um, and things like that. I like those kind of games. This is kind of complex sort of games. For instance, Roller Coaster Tycoon. I enjoy that game a lot because it's just a complex game. And it's not, I'm not really a big fan of first person shooters or anything like that. Things like this. So I guess I'm digressing a little bit. But, anyways, I was watching that, and then I came across, and I wanted to know like what this game played like. So the first thing I did when I read that article in the Game Informer about the original XCOM, the second article about the original XCOM and how great the original game was, and since the new XCOM wasn't out, I obviously wanted to play the old one. So, of course I know that Steam does this with their campaigns. Whenever they release a game, they always, somehow they figure out how to get hype around the game, and then they release it on Steam. So I kind of, fell into the Steam trap, as we all do, and I bought the original game. And I got into the game, and I had no freaking clue what I was doing. I was freaking terrible at it. I failed miserably. I had no clue, like, even how to order my soldiers around or anything. So I started looking for a walkthrough on the internet that was a walkthrough of the game, and I was like, I'm sure someone has posted a walkthrough of this game, and I came across a guy named Necroscope who had already put up a full playthrough of the whole game, and I was blown away by how interested I was in watching someone else play the video game. I would come home from work every single day and I would watch Necroscope play XCOM. And I thought that was like the most brilliant thing ever. And like I would watch it, I watch a little bit of his play, and I'd go back and play the game, and then I'd watch some more, I'd go back and play, and that was really cool. And then, eventually I got pretty good at it, I understood how to play and stuff. But more than just playing the game, I just thought that I started watching it not for the game, but for the commentary and the extra, like, someone out there is interested in the same thing that I'm interested in. So that's when I started getting interested in watching LPs. But I didn't start actually thinking about doing LPs until much later. And my first LP was on a different channel, and I'll never release that video again. But it was me playing Slenderman, and I was all like super nervous about recording it, and like I was really like nervous and stuff. But I ended up just recording it, and then I decided just I might as well do an XCOM. So I did XCOM. I was having trouble getting recording it in DOSBox for one. And I had a lot of issues with the sound in my first couple videos and stuff, but I just kept doing it and doing it and doing it. And then just kept getting better at it, I guess. So I know like there's some other people who I know who are trying to start out too. So I mean, we're all in this together, I guess. It's kind of hard to get people to watch you, but it does help. Sometimes I feel like because okay, so I started playing. I started doing the original playthrough, my very first season one, which is still up on my channel, and I finished that game. I didn't finish it actually. I failed horribly in the middle of it and couldn't finish it. But pretty much all the comments were like, "Your sound is horrible. Like, what happened to your mic and stuff like that." But after you figure out kind of how how to record things, how the system works, and you start figuring out like different things to do. I recorded some of that. I recorded some FTL, which there's one episode where I just failed miserably, and I didn't even know I was failing until like my whole ship was consumed by fire, which was the funniest episode. And actually, that failure of that FTL video was the most popular FTL video ever put out. It's called Epic FTL Fail if you wanted to look at it. I guess that was me talking about the past and how I started the channel. I just want to thank some people, I guess, for entertaining me as well as, inspiring me. Or recently, I've been watching Metal Canyon and Battle Bunny, and things aren't going too good for me in real life right now, so it does help to have someone to watch to keep my mind off of other things that are going on right now. I won't get into that too much. Talking about the future, I'm kind of thinking about, I don't know what kind of game I want to play next. I know I'm doing some RimWorld, and I want to continue doing RimWorld because I kind of like RimWorld a lot. It's one of those games, I like games that start with story, and like like it creates its own story. Um, as you play through it, and the story is kind of like different every time, kind of like XCOM. But after RimWorld, I have failed to find a game that really grabs me, and I don't feel like I want to really play a game that doesn't grab me and doesn't make me feel like it's a good playthrough. And it's also kind of hard to find something original to play, as LP is getting really, really popular now, and pretty much every single game out there is being LP by someone. So I do appreciate the time that everybody spent watching my channel, and I do appreciate that there are 50 people out there who may or may not be all watching my channel. I don't know, some of you might not be watching, but that's cool. Based on the views, I know that most of you aren't watching. But if you're out there, I don't like to explicitly ask for comments, but whenever I do see a comment, it makes my day. When I come home from work, my work sucks, by the way, like real stressful, and it drags me down a lot. But when I come home and I see that there's one comment on one of my videos, I get a boost. I really do. Even if it's like, what happened to your mic, comment, because I know at least someone's watching and they care enough to comment. So I just wanted to thank everyone who's ever commented. I want to thank people from the XCOM forums and also people from YouTube as well. Future games. I don't know what to do next. A few games I have just sitting on my desktop here. Project Zomboid, Torchlight, Torchlight 2, XCOM Apocalypse, which I am definitely afraid of XCOM Apocalypse. I have no clue how to play it. Even when watching Metal Canyon's LP, I still don't know how to play it. I have this game called Shadowrun Returns, which seems actually pretty interesting. It's a turn-based shooter, but it doesn't grab me like XCOM does. Roller Coaster Tycoon Deluxe, I would love to upload some videos of Roller Coaster Tycoon, but I'm having trouble getting the videos to run properly, and there is an extreme amount of lag on Roller Coaster Tycoon. I have Starbound, which is interesting, but I know a lot of people do Starbound, so maybe I'll do Starbound. I don't know. We also have Terraria. I got SimCity 2000, which would be kind of an interesting LP, actually, to go back and do a classic SimCity 2000 run. It wouldn't be too hard to do. I could probably do that in one sitting. I'm not gonna even show you. That game's not even worth showing. Otherwise, the other game that I was thinking of doing was Rome Total War, the first one. And I know it's probably been done just about a billion times, but that's one of those games that really does create a story. And if I ever do that game, it will be it will be extremely brutal in that I will lose terribly. Probably you'll see me crash and burn in it. But if there's anything that you guys want me to do, please leave a comment. And I guess I'm running a little long, but thanks for subscribing. 50 subscribers is more than I'd ever think to have. And I'll try to do my best to continue putting out great content that you will enjoy. And if there's any game that you want me to do, let me know. Again, thanks again, and this is Jay Stank signing out.